Hello YouTube. Alright, this is just a little short video as we are approaching D-Day, because D-Day is travel day for us. Yes, the D-Day has finally coming around the corner here. Angie is so nervous. She's right now talking to the neighbors about the whole trip in details, and I had to correct her a couple of times on the some of the packages that we got through Cedar Point. So in case if you guys forget, I'll go through the packages sometime during that trip anyway. As I'm looking at the forecast, I did was smart enough to do on my cell phone here for the National Weather Service. I did get Chicago's forecast and Elkhart, Indiana forecast plus Sandusky forecast. Right now, let's just look up for each day when we go on this trip. Of course, time you watch this our trip will be over anyway. But just for watching as videos shake, as we are 7 days behind or so, we'll just kind of give you a general idea of what we are looking forward to weather when we make that trip. Okay, when we scheduled to leave Clinton, Iowa on the 4th, of course, just like I said, for the sake of this video, because we are behind, so this is like old news to you guys, but right now, weather can change in a heartbeat, but as of right now, forecast for when we get ready to leave town, morning showers, they're calling for light rain in the morning, and possible scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon. That'd be about the time we depart. And right now, the Chicago forecast, if I punch it up, I'll come right back because it takes a while to punch it up. But right now, let's just see what we gotta do. Chicago night, and the night we be in Chicago, we'll see what the forecast is for that Saturday night in Chicago. We'll just do that here real quick. Okay, for June 4th, like I said, this is for the sake of the video. They got us for forecasts for thunderstorms and all that stuff. That's what we gotta look forward to that. So that's nice that I do have this weather system, but that's what we're looking for right now. Possible thunderstorms and all that stuff. Like I said, this is old news for you guys, but like I said, in the sake of this video, just bear along with us till after the trip. So basically, we're just getting closer and closer. This is what we have to face this as we are getting closer to our weather. So we got thunderstorms in the Chicagoland area. I think that's gonna be the time we arrive, but it's gonna give away to partly cloudy. So it's gonna be like 81 degrees during the thunderstorms, about when the thunderstorms hit, to about a low of 60. And right now, let's go to Sunday, June 5th forecast. Like I said, old news, but remember, for the sake of this video, this is what we have to look forward to during our trip. I always do this all the time when I plan my trips. Always look at the forecast, see what we got to plan ahead of time if we're allowed to do that. That's what I like about having a Weather Channel app ahead of time. So this way, when we know what cities we're going to, we can have a general idea what their weather forecast is going to be like without relying on a local radio station or something like that. But we'll have a local radio station on anyway for severe weather. Okay, for the sake of, like I said, for the sake of this video, we're looking pretty good for Sunday in Elkhart, Indiana, as we're going to be facing 73 degrees, AM clouds, PM sun. We don't have to worry about the nighttime forecast because we'll be in Sandusky, Ohio at nighttime, when night falls. Because now we'll get to the real weather that we're going to be concerned from Sunday night till, I would say, till we get done with our trip in Sandusky, Ohio. I'm not worried about Wednesday morning, just up till Tuesday night when the park is open. So basically, the night we arrived and the 2 days at the park, I'm not worried about Wednesday morning when we come home because I'm not going to worry about the weather coming home. But if it is, we're not going to be there that long. I should have just forecast on the road. I mean, let me do it right now, real quick. Because Elkhart is halfway home. Technically for us, we call it a halfway point on our trip. technically it's between South Bend and Elkhart. It's our halfway mark. And coming home, weather's good. Weather's good. When we go through Elkhart, Indiana, they're predicting Sunday, June 8th, we'll come home sunny and upper 70s. Can't beat that. Right now, let's do Sandusky. That's the most important part because we got an amusement park on the line right now. Okay, now we get to the most important part. This is what we have to look forward to for weather, and when we go to these amusement parks, because we have to pay attention to the weather system. Because I made this mistake back some 12 years. I would say close to 15 years ago we made this mistake. Going to a small park in Iowa, we were led to believe all week that we was looking to have temperatures in the 80s. So we stopped paying attention to the weather forecast, and boy, what a mistake, because they had a storm front that was strong earlier that week, and it sucked in a lot of cold air, and when we went, they were predicting temperatures into the mid-70s, which it was doable. I mean, we were looking at rides, literally walk-on rides, basically. But yeah, talking about really walk-on rides, it never got out of the 50s the time we got to the park. We had to end up buying extra. We had to end up getting sweatshirts, sometimes heavy sweatshirts, and that kind of took us out of our budget there. So that's why it's always pay attention to the forecast, because when you talk about a peninsula in Lake Erie, you got to pay attention to the forecast at that park, because weather can change and temperature can change drastically there. So we are paying attention to this forecast really, really closely. And it's never new about this. We knew about this a long time ago. Every time we go, we always pay attention to the weather, but this time we're really focusing because we're relying on National Weather Service. You know how reliable that is. Yeah. Okay. Sunday night when we arrive, it looks like, I'm going to say late Sunday afternoon when we arrive. I'm just going to say they're going to have some thunderstorms. They're going to have some thunderstorms there, but that's basically when we arrive. But they're calling Sunday night mostly clear and low 58. Now we're going to Monday. We're going to like this. We might squeak by a water park because they're calling 75 degrees for the high. There's a possibility it could get even higher. Right now we could be facing partly cloudy, 75 degrees for the high. That's what they're calling right now. But like I said, the weather has changed, and of course this is old news because it's last week. This is what we're facing going into our trip. So just like I said, keep that in mind. This was a week ago. But for the sake of this video, this is what we're facing going to this trip. That's why we're 7 days behind on these videos right now. As of right now in this video, when you see, we will be 7 days behind officially. When I get done editing and rendering 2 videos, we'll be officially 7 days behind. Hopefully, and stay like that for a while. We'll see what happens after the trip. But that's just to help editing the films. Okay, for Tuesday, overcast day, it looks like to me. Low 71. Actually, it'll be a high of 71. Partly cloudy. That's going to be good temperatures. Low 56. It'll be a little chilly. I think we might have to bring a sweatshirt. I know I'll be dragging those sleeping bags with us. That's going to be like our quilts, our heated quilts in a way. So we'll be having sleeping bags with us. I'll be washing those on a later video we're going to do later. So and that. So yeah, and on the way home, mostly sunny, 75, and we'll be good. That's it. That's just weather that we are facing when we go on this trip. It can change. I am monitoring the weather every day. Of course, this is already old news for you guys, but it's news to us. So what's new to you is it's old news to you, news to us. It's just new. We always monitor all our weather situations every time we go on a trip, because there's times you may have to change your plans on the fly. Maybe change the plans coming home or change plans going in. This gives us the time to make these changes if we need to. And right now, we're looking good on. There's no necessary changes, no cancellations we don't have to make, and hopefully we have met with everybody and all that stuff. So right now, everything's in the works. Hopefully it all pans out for great videos for you when you see them starting on June 11th. So just kind of bear with us, because being this far behind is not our forte. I'm used to for 3 days behind, but never 7 days behind. So I'm really in new territory for me. It's really confusing, especially my local subscribers. I mean, they're really confused right now. Are you confused? I sure am, because I tell you what, hopefully after the trip, we'll try to maintain a 3-day behind schedule. If not, we'll go back to our make it, edit it, put it up the next night, something like that. I don't know. I like to have a 3 or 4 day behind schedule in case of our local internet company provider decide to go on vacation for a while and we don't have a video. Or sometimes maybe a computer will act up. I have to get a part for the computer or something like that. It'll act up. So we'll just put that right now. Oh, by the way, just notice right down below, I'm not going to have a fancy editing. You just saw right there. Thanks for watching. And don't forget, please like, share, and don't forget hit that subscribe button. I think Angie has been saying it lately now. I'm surprised she's saying it. So I got to cut a couple more vlogs. Then we go on that big trip soon. So we should be 7 days behind. So I know one day I had to make 2 videos in one day. I don't know if it was this day or I don't know. We'll see everybody tomorrow, and hopefully after this whole trip we'll be somewhat back to normal. Hopefully back to 3 days behind if we need to.